Hi, and welcome to the third video in Pureport's Multi-Cloud in Minutes video series. My name is Johnson Coffin, and I lead the Solutions Engineering team for Pureport. In the first two videos, I used the Pureport Multicloud Fabric to create the network you see here, connecting my AWS, Azure, and Google Cloud environments. With Pureport's distributed multi-cloud router as the connection broker, I've created a fully private, full mesh network between these three in just about 20 minutes total. In this video, I will continue building out my network by adding an IPsec VPN tunnel back to customer prem, establishing BGP peering with my customer prem firewall to complete a hybrid multi-cloud network deployment. As a reminder from part 2, in the AWS console, we currently see routes for the local AWS VPC plus the routes for my Azure and Google networks. Likewise, in Azure we see the local network plus routes to GCP and AWS. And finally, in the GCP console, we see routes for both my Azure and AWS networks. Jumping back to the Pureport console, we'll click Add Connection to get started building a VPN gateway. Next, we'll choose IPsec VPN. We'll choose the same Pureport location we used for the three clouds, and then choose a speed for the VPN circuit. Next, we'll need the outside IP address from my firewall. For customers who have multiple commercial broadband or DIA circuits, or multiple gateway devices in full active-active config, Pureport does allow for a different IP address for each peer. But in this case, we'll use the same IP for both. Next, we'll choose a routing type. We support route-based tunnels using either BGP or static routing. Or for older devices that perhaps don't support route-based VPNs, we also support policy-based tunnels. Our goal is to offer the broadest possible support so that you don't have to rip and replace a perfectly functional piece of network hardware to use our service. We'll choose BGP for dynamic routing in this case, and I'll pop in my customer ASN. We'll jump past customer networks and NAT configuration. These are only needed if you have IP conflicts on your network. I'll definitely come back to that feature in another video. Next, we have security transform set. Again, to ensure broad compatibility with your existing network investment, we support both IP1 and V2, along with a wide variety of encryption options. We default to a configuration that maps to current minimum secure settings, but we do allow the customer to use older, less secure settings for compatibility or performance, or stronger settings for more robust encryption. Next, we'll let the platform auto-generate pre-shared keys, and finally give the connection a name. So at this point, the platform is deploying a pair of redundant routing gateways that also have VPN termination capabilities. These in turn will be joined to the existing network in a full mesh configuration. We'll copy the peer IP address for the primary VPN gateway, then jump over to our firewall to finish the tunnel config. You can see I'm using a FortiGate as my customer prem device, and we have a full knowledge base with articles for configuring this and many other common platforms such as Cisco ASA, Juniper SRX, Palo Alto, and so forth. I've already pre-configured my two VPN tunnels, along with the associated BGP configuration, and all I need to plug in are the two Pureport gateway IP addresses and pre-shared keys for each tunnel, and then save the config. So I'll copy and paste those in. So with a quick refresh, you can see that those two tunnels both came up pretty much immediately. Once the tunnels are up, BGP adjacency typically takes less than a minute to come up. So let's take a look. Here we can see that both BGP sessions are up and should be passing routes. Let's take a look at the routing table. And here we see the routes to AWS, Azure, and GCP all present in the firewall's routing table. So jumping through my cloud environments, we can see that the route to customer prem shows up in the AWS routing table after a quick refresh. And flipping over to Azure and refreshing the routing table there on that express route circuit, we see both the route and the AS path for my customer prem route. And finally, jumping over to the GCP console, again, we'll do a quick refresh, and there my data center network shows up in the routing table. So that's it for part 3. In this series, we've built out a fully functional, private, full mesh network connecting my 3 cloud environments back to customer premises, all configured, deployed, and connected in literally under 30 minutes total. Thanks for watching. I hope we've shown how fast and easy Pureport's Multicloud Fabric is to use, and how quickly we can help you connect your cloud environments and on-prem locations. Be sure to check out our other videos on YouTube, and please visit www.pureport.com, where you can register online and give us a try today.